Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of the Ice Rink Report. I'm your host, and tonight we're diving headfirst into a situation that's got the entire Maple Leafs faithful collectively holding their breath. Can you feel the anxiety? Because I certainly can. The Toronto Maple Leafs, a team with Stanley Cup aspirations, are staring down a goaltending crisis that's more tangled than a spaghetti dinner after a toddler's birthday party. Anthony Stolarz and Joseph Woll both sidelined, leaving general manager Brad Treliving in a predicament that demands immediate action. The question isn't if Treliving will make a move, but who he'll target to shore up the crease. We're talking about the very backbone of this team, folks, and right now, that backbone is looking a little fractured. Let's not sugarcoat it. The start of the season has been a goaltending nightmare for the Maple Leafs. It's a recurring theme, a haunting echo from last season, with Stolarz and Woll both battling injuries. Coach Craig Berube hinted at Woll being out for a week, but as we've learned with this team, a week can quickly morph into a month or even longer. This isn't just bad luck, it's a pattern that's screaming for a solution. Treliving needs to be on the phone, burning up the lines, looking for a veteran presence to stabilize the net while young Dennis Hildeby holds the fort. The pressure is mounting, the clock is ticking, and the fan base is restless. We need a netminder who can step in, eat some minutes, and give this team a fighting chance every single night. So, who are the potential saviors? Let's break down three names that could be on Treliving's radar, starting with a name that's been swirling in the rumor mill, Laurent Brossoit of the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, this one feels like a no-brainer, an easy target for a team desperate for goaltending depth. Reports are rampant that the Blackhawks are actively shopping Brasoid, and for good reason. He's in the final year of a $3.3 million contract, a figure that, frankly, is almost identical to the underperforming Matias Maccelli. Think about that for a second. The potential for a two-for-one solution here is tantalizing. Brasoid is currently rehabbing an injury with the Rockford Ice Hogs, and his one appearance hasn't been stellar. But let's be fair, he hasn't seen NHL action since the 2023-24 season, where, as a member of the Winnipeg Jets, he posted an impressive 15-5-2 record with a sparkling 2.00 goals against average and a .927 save percentage. That's a legitimate NHL goaltender. Folks, if Brasoid joins the Maple Leafs, he could form a veteran tandem with Hildeby. And here's the kicker. Once Stolarz and Woll return, Brasoid's contract makes him a less likely candidate to be claimed by another team, allowing him to continue gaining experience with the Toronto Marlies, just a short drive away. This isn't just about adding a goalie. It's about potentially creating a much-needed change of scenery for Maccelli, who, let's be honest, has been a ghost since arriving in Toronto. This move could kill two birds with one stone, addressing both goaltending and forward depth. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay massive dividends. Next up on our list, a name that might raise a few eyebrows given history, but one that Treliving absolutely must consider. Devin Kulie of the Calgary Flames. Yes, I know, any trade involving Calgary and Treliving is bound to be a complicated affair, a diplomatic tightrope walk. But hear me out. Kulie has been performing admirably. He's incredibly affordable, and he's set to become a free agent. The Maple Leafs would be foolish not to at least inquire. The 28-year-old Flames netminder has appeared in 11 games this season, boasting a respectable .332 record with a 2.17 goals against average and a .920 save percentage. While he only has 17 games of NHL experience under his belt, that limited experience works in Treliving's favor. Flames GM Craig Conroy won't be able to demand a king's ransom for him. With the Flames all but out of the playoff picture, it's only a matter of time before Conroy starts selling off assets. Depending on the severity and duration of Stolarz and Woll's injuries, Kulie could be an incredibly intriguing, low-cost option to bolster the roster. He's only making $775,000 this season, making him an incredibly attractive cap-friendly acquisition. This isn't about a long-term solution. It's about a reliable, short-term fix that won't break the bank or deplete the prospect pool. Sometimes, the best moves are the quietest ones, and Kulie could be just that. And finally, let's turn our attention to the West Coast, to a team that's already shown a willingness to deal with the Maple Leafs. Alex Nedeljkovic of the San Jose Sharks. The Sharks have their goaltender of the future in Yaroslav Askarov. So the question becomes, is Nedeljkovic available? The 29-year-old has a 3.52 record this season with a 3.19 goals against average in 12 appearances. While those numbers aren't exactly eye-popping, he's coming off a decent season with a struggling Pittsburgh Penguins team, where he posted a 3.12 goals against average in 38 games. He's earning $2.5 million this season, has no trade protection, and will be an unrestricted free agent. Nedeljkovic wouldn't cost a fortune to acquire, and he brings a wealth of experience with 191 NHL games under his belt. His best season was just 2 years ago, when he recorded an impressive 18-7-7 record with the Penguins. He still has plenty left in the tank and can provide a solid, experienced third goaltending option for a Maple Leafs team that is, quite frankly, in dire straits with their top two netminders sidelined. This isn't about finding a Vezina Trophy winner. It's about finding a reliable, proven commodity who can come in, stop pucks, and give the team a chance to win. The Sharks are rebuilding, and Nedeljkovic could be a valuable piece of them to move for future assets. It's a win-win scenario that Treliving needs to explore. Look, the reality is stark. Treliving doesn't have a plethora of options in what is a notoriously thin goaltending market. But the current injury situation, coupled with the recurring health issues of Stolarz and Woll, leaves him with no choice but to make a move. The Maple Leaf Stanley Cup window is open, but it won't stay open forever if they can't get consistent goaltending. This isn't just about patching a hole. It's about shoring up a critical position that could make or break their season. The fans are demanding action, and Treliving needs to deliver. What do you think, Leafs Nation? Which of these goaltenders would you target? Or do you have another name in mind? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Maple Leafs goaltending woes, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth analysis. We'll be back soon with another edition of the Ice Rink Report. Until then, stay passionate, stay informed, and let's hope Treliving pulls a rabbit out of his hat.